Hi everybody, I am so excited about today's topic. Why? Because sometimes you just feel overwhelmed. Do you ever feel like pulling your hair out, like you can never get it all done? You've got the house and the kids and the business and the second business and the third business, or maybe you are trying to get in shape and eat healthy and do all of that. Hi, good, welcome Lara, good to see you. Many of us are running more than one business. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a serial entrepreneur like I am, you'll have multiple projects on the go. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I build multiple businesses. I have an online training and business, coaching business, right? So I run online programs and do training, etc. I have a custom drapery and blind interior design company that is ran throughout the Lower Mainland. I have a third business that we're just getting started, which is like a kind of trucking, heavy equipment operating business. So that's exciting. We have our network marketing company, which is a huge business. You guys understand, like literally that's a full-time all on its own. And then of course we have a charity that we run. And am I missing anything? I think there's one more business. Anywho. Yeah, one more business. So the point is, how do you get it all done? How do you get it all done and still be a good parent? Have you ever felt overwhelmed? Have you ever felt like I cannot possibly get everything done that I need to get done? And or maybe you are feeling like you're wasting a lot of hours in the day and can't seem to get it under control. The reason I'm posting this today is I get these questions a lot. First of all, number one, I get these questions a lot. Number two, I've lived through it for the last 15 years building traditional businesses, network marketing businesses, being a parent. I've got 2 girls that are graduating. Good morning, Lori. Welcome. I got 2 girls that are graduating. I got a husband, I got a cat and a dog and a huge house that I have to keep organized. And it's important to me to not feel overwhelmed. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments below and just let me know that I'm not alone. And actually this morning I woke up feeling extremely overwhelmed, which is the reason I wanted to do this today live and show you exactly how I overcome the stress of being overwhelmed and everything I have to do in a day and actually being profitable. If you'd like to be more profitable, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a heart or a something. If you're a money sign or a money bag or a gold bar, whatever you want, I would love to hear from you if that's something that you would like to do. So here's the thing, you guys, that overwhelm is interesting because first of all, overwhelm, I mean, obviously it can be very, very real, right? Everything we have to do can be very, very real. And it always is. However, we add to that stress by the way we think. So instead of actually getting it out of our heads and on paper, we run around scenarios in our brain thinking about what we're supposed to be doing instead of actually doing it. Have you guys ever found this? Like you're like, oh my God, I gotta drop off the kids. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta blah, 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 blah. And meantime, you could like have had so much done in that same period of time that you were stressing out about the same very things that you have to do. So number one is we always want to have a plan for the day. If we don't plan our day runs us for real. And you guys have heard me, if you've been around my training at all, you know that I'm a big proponent, a big proprietor of people getting up and spending the first couple of hours by themselves in the day so that they know who they are before they walk out the door and what's important. And so we're going to do step 1 today of overcoming. We're going to go through 3 simple steps for overcoming overwhelm. But step 1 is very simple. Write a list. You just need to brainstorm and brain dump everything you need to do in a day. And so one of my favorite tools for doing that is these. You guys are going to learn a lot about me right now because this is like literally what I'm doing. So this is my I have to get this done today list. What I do after I write this list, I brain dump everything I do. Then what do you think it is? Prioritize. Okay, so what are the top 5 profit producing things that I have to do today? Often the things that cause us overwhelm are not the things that cause us to create money. Usually we're so busy putting out fires, we're not actually doing the things that's going to pay us. And so number 1, we're going to brain dump everything we have to do in a day, right? Number 2, prioritize. Okay, what are the top 5 things I need to do, or top 3 things? And if you're feeling very, very overwhelmed, you need to pick one thing. What's one thing that you can do today to move your business forward, to move your family in the right direction, to get your stuff under control? You guys, often what we're trying to do as entrepreneurs is everything. We're trying to do everything instead of the few things that actually cause profit in our lives. And so, number one, brain dump. Number two, prioritize. And then number three, put it in a calendar. And again, you guys, I'm a time management guru. This is my how do I run 4 businesses and a chair? Like how do I do that and be a good mom and be a good wife and? Well, I am really good with my time. Now, am I good every day with my time? Nope. There are days where the day goes by and I'm like, what the heck did I do today? Right? Hi, Jordan. Good to see you. We got people from coast to coast all over Canada and the US joining us. That's awesome. So you guys, here is one thing that I do, and I do it to the best of my ability. And do I always get it right? No, but I try my very best to make sure that each week I am planning. And so what that looks like, I'm just going to show you guys my calendar so you guys can get on what this looks like. So see, I've got my list, my brain dump of what I have to do today. I've got my highlighters because of course I can't do anything without my highlighters, and I've got my little sticky note tabs, and I'll show you where these apply in a minute. So I take my brain dump and I prioritize. And after I've prioritized, what I do is I actually go to my calendar, and you can, well, see you guys, I don't know if you guys, I created a success planner because I was so sick and tired of trying to use other people's day planners that were ridiculous. Like I had nowhere to write anything. I couldn't make a plan if I tried. And one of the things that is really big, you guys will see here, and I'll walk you through it, is that what this planner does, it gives me the opportunity to write down what my top goals are, my wins for the week, you know, what my banner goals are for the year and the month. This right here can help you stop overwhelm immediately, because when you get really focused on your priorities, what your goals are, then your activities need to work towards these. And if they don't, well, then you know you're doing a bunch of busy work instead of work that you need to do. Now you guys can see my monthly review is what I'm about to do. For May, right, I do my monthly review and I go through my monthly goals and my weekly plan for the upcoming week. What that allows me to do is when I then get to my week, I can say, okay, what are my goals? Now, what I do, you guys, is of course, pink is for anything personal or family, orange is for one of my businesses, green is for another one of my businesses, and you can see my daughter grads. So this week I have a huge block of time, like Thursday, Friday, that are not, they're off. Like I'm not working, I'm not taking calls, don't call me, it's not gonna happen. So now watch this. So I take my list, right? My list of what my brain dump of what I said I had to do. I take my top 5 priorities and I place them in the day that I need to do them. So for example, on this list, there might be 25 things. Well, am I going to get 25 things done in a day? No, I'm not. But I take my top 5 priorities and I put them here in my to-dos, and then I block out the time in my week. You guys can see here, this is my melaniegreenough.com day. This is what I'm going to be working on, my social media stuff today, etc. And then you can see down here, I've got some time with my mom and my daughters. I've already been to the gym. I already had a call. And so now throughout the day, this is another business that I'm working on. This is another business that I'm working on. So what I've done is created blocks of time. And then one thing that's really, really important, you guys, is my date night with my husband. It gets blocked out in a separate color than everything else. And this is my food prep, which you guys can see here I have twice in a week, because if I don't put in food prep, who's going to cook? I got to know who's going to cook. So what ends up happening with the calendar is now I'm no longer stressed out and overwhelmed, because it's super simple. What do I need to do? Well, I need to look at my list and do the top 5 things. And I just check them off. And if I don't get them all done, right, then I write them on these little sticky notes. If I, let's say, and I move it to the next day. And this means that, hey, listen, this should have been done yesterday, didn't get done, so it's probably a priority, and I stick it on that day. And then once I've completed that task, I peel it off. Now, what's so beautiful about this, you guys, is most people overestimate what they can do in a day. Most people do. They overestimate what they can get done in a day, but most people underestimate what they can do in a week or a month or a year of continuous focused action. And so I just wanted to do this with you guys because I woke up this morning just feeling buried under the pressure. Like, we're talking buried. Like, I've got so much to do and feeling the stress of, you know, making sure it's all done really well and doing all those things. And so I just wanted to share with you guys, that's literally exactly how I overcome overwhelm. And it's how I stayed number one in 2 network marketing companies, right? Over 10 years, number one. And, you know, believe me now, hear me later, most people think about their business all day long, but they're not actually working on it. They're not actually working on it. If you've ever done that, if you've thought about your business all day long and not actually done anything that built it, go ahead and, you know, give me a thumbs up or something in the comments, because I think it's a lot more common. And I think by us sharing these things, we can get to the place of understanding that it's not just us, because that's a lot of times with entrepreneurs often feel very isolated and they think it's just them. So you guys, what my prayer for you, what my wish for you is that you would grasp the concept of getting really good at organizing and prioritizing your time. And you can be a flaming sapphire, flaming promoter type person and still do this. Listen, I had no time management skills when I became an entrepreneur. I literally had none. I couldn't fight my way out of I had a calendar for 5 years. I didn't write anything in it. I knew I needed to have one, but I didn't actually use it. So you guys, ask yourself, where can you become more effective, and what are you spending your time on, and is it actually getting you the results that you want, or do you need to shift a little bit? Get out your calendar, get out your planner. It doesn't have to be my planner. Maybe you already have a planner that you're using, and block out some time. One of the things I am going to do, you guys, just because I feel like, you know, I've gotten probably 5 to 7 private messages on time management and calendar, etc. And I know there's a couple of girls in Alberta that have been waiting for my calendar. I'm actually going to put it on sale, 50% off for the calendar and the time management system. It is from June till December, so but you're going to get the full time management training. And if you want that, you can go over to melaniegreenough.com and click on the calendar. Give me a couple hours just because I got to get up that 50% code, but it will be there. And so the other thing, you guys, I want you to know is that with overwhelm, it's going to happen as an entrepreneur. It happens regularly. So don't feel like, you know, you're going to, you know, have overwhelm don't feel like if you have overwhelm once or twice or 3 times a week, that there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. That's an entrepreneur's life, right? Most of the time there's a mountain of work and this much time to complete it in. And so I just encourage you guys, get good at getting a grip on your overwhelm. Get good at brain dumping your list, at prioritizing and then putting that in your calendar. And if you'll spend just a half an hour a day doing that, I like to do it on Sundays. That's what I do. I plan my week for, and it's, you know, in the beginning it can be hard. Now those time management blocks, one thing I will say for you that freak out, I'm just going to show you guys this for those of you that freak out about putting stuff in the calendar. Listen, so here, this block, let's say something came up here that I had to complete. Well, these blocks can shift throughout the day. Maybe I end up moving this up and going to the gym later. The point of the matter is that I've got it laid out. So if I need to adjust, the blocks can shift throughout the day, but the priorities and the tasks don't change. And so that's important for those of you that are perfectionists. So with that, you guys, if you got value from this, go ahead and share it around, like, comment. I know there's lots of you that have teams of entrepreneurs, and you know, I would just love to hear your feedback. If you guys want to drop comments below, if anything helped you, I'd love to hear from you. I love helping people change their lives. I love entrepreneurs who become more successful and more profitable. And I love to see the people start to feel confident in their ability to build their lives the way they want it instead of by default. So with that, you guys, be blessed. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.